Hi everyone, it's Jessica and I'm doing my weekly plan with me in my happy planner. I actually am filming this just a little bit late because I just ran out of time this weekend, but this week I wanted to use a kit by Shop Jessica Hearts. So this is the Modern Marble kit, which I absolutely love. I actually regret not getting two of these when she had them up, and I thought about buying a second set because she found a couple more, but they sold out by the time I went and added it to my cart. So this is it, but I'm so excited to use this. I did want to keep this for a more special week, and this is the week that I started my job. So I figured I would use them this week. Now I did go ahead and kind of draw in my little guidelines. I just left them as little dots because I figured this would be just fine. And for those of you that don't know, I like to have the spacing in between each day. So that's why I figured with the Happy Planner, I redrew the columns and I basically added in my own little space. So you'll see here, these little blank spots here, that's actually whiteout that they have, or that I put down. And last week, with the problem I ran into is because I like to have white space in the middle. So the problem I wound up running into is that I still had these little black lines that I had to cover up, and I wound up using a mixture of sticker paper and whiteout to cover that up. But I thought that maybe I could actually just get a white gel pen. So I got the, let me see. So I got the Uniball Signo white gel pen and just kind of color over the lines and it'll be much thinner. So I think I'm gonna like this a little bit better. We'll see how it turns out. Sorry I got sidetracked, but I was saying I am kind of torn with how I want to use this kit. Normally I like to try to get 2 spreads out of a kit, but with this one you don't get heart checklists and you don't have the washi that you can kind of stack up and make full boxes. So I'm debating if I want to just use up this kit for just this week. The problem I have with that is, sorry, I'm gonna try to do some measurements and see, but the problem I have with that is that you wind up with such little space to fill up the middle of the day. So like for me, I would wind up with like just this tiny bit of space to fill up. And I don't know if I really like that. I like to have a little bit more space. That being said, this week isn't super busy since I did start work, so I'm gone at work 8 hours a day. All right, I decided to just get started because I'm just sitting here being really indecisive and I need to get going on this because I'm gonna wind up losing daylight. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually going to start with the heart checklist at the very top of the columns and cover that green header. And the reason I'm doing that is because I did get the date covers, but as you can obviously see, the date covers would not be enough to cover both that date as well as the actual day of the week. So I'm gonna use these at the top to cover up the date. And I figured out that these headers would actually be big enough to cover each of the days of the week. So that is what I'm going to do. also going to go ahead and go in with these date covers. I don't think you can see it, but these are just the little date dots from Sesame, and I think they'll look nice. Actually, this kit really doesn't have too much black in it. You know what? I might just go in with my usual clear ones then, because I don't want that much black. So I finally come to a decision, and as you saw in the video, I did do a little bit of sticker surgery where I actually cut this down, cut the bottom washing down, I mean, and I am going to compromise a little bit and try to use up as much of the kit as I can, just because I truly don't think I would be able to do a whole second spread with this. But I also didn't want to compromise too much as far as my space. So I cut down the bottom washi a little bit, and I'm gonna put the full boxes right on top. And that'll give me a little bit of extra room. Sorry, now that that's down, I think I can talk again, but I was saying that I did cut the bottom washi down a little bit just to give myself, I think it's probably only 1/2 inch, but it does just give me a little bit more space. So that was the compromise I came up with, at least. And I don't know why, I think I just didn't start this quite far enough, but I don't really want to risk tearing it up. So, do I? Maybe I do. No, I don't. So I'm probably just gonna cut off the end of that. Anyway, so this way I can go in just with my full boxes and use up the headers. So like I said, I do want to try to use up as much as I can of this kit. And I do think that the leftovers I will have, because I definitely won't be able to use up the whole kit, but I think the leftovers I have, I'll be able to pull into other spreads really easily, because this is just a very versatile kit. I mean, marble you can pull into just about any other spread. So I'm just gonna go in and do my full boxes and the rest of the headers. So here's what the spread looks like with the boxes drawn in again. And now I'm just gonna go in day by day and do kind of my day-to-day planning. So obviously in the day-to-day view, you can definitely see some of the whiteout that happened there, and then some of the white gel pen that I used to cover up the lines. But once I found that once I lay stickers down, so like this week, once I laid all the stickers down, you don't really notice it that much. So it doesn't bother me too much. Anyway, like I said, today is already Monday, and I had my first day of work today. So I definitely want to use something to mark that. And I'm just gonna use this box right here because I feel like the first day of work definitely deserves a little bit more recognition. I feel like I keep losing my train of thought this week. I did already work an 8-hour shift, and I didn't get too much sleep last night, so I am a little bit tired. And then I also found out that I passed the NAPLEX. So I'm going to also put that down here. Again, pretty big deal, or I'm sorry, not the NAPLEX. I passed my law exam that I took last Thursday. And I don't know why, I can't seem to put these boxes down straight. Yeah, I was checking for results all day and it was like driving me crazy. But I did pass, so we're all set. I should definitely be licensed, no worries there. And then I wanted to put down that I was going to film, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough room. See, this is what I don't like about not having enough room in the middle, is that when you do get a little bit busier, you wind up not being able to put down everything that you want. So I think I'll just put my filming down on the to-do list, and we'll just put this down for the video that went up. I did switch up my schedule just a little bit because I usually have my Happy Planner plan with me go up on Mondays, but since I didn't have it done on Monday, obviously I couldn't do that. So then next I want to do work. So I think I'm just gonna use these label stickers for Tuesday through Thursday, and then I'll use one of these for Friday just to mark that I survived my first week of work, which of course I would because everyone there is so nice. All right, I guess I'll kind of stick to the color scheme. All right, I know my battery is gonna run out soon, so I keep checking, but so we'll just put these up here. And obviously I don't have the pink that goes with this day, but that's okay. And it's kind of funny, I actually don't have my schedule yet. They were supposed to send that to me and they didn't quite send it to me today, so I am just gonna show up tomorrow and just go wherever they send me tomorrow. And then for Friday, what do I want to do? Maybe we'll use a gold foil to mark that I survived my first week of work. All right, and for work, I did pull out some Sesame stickers, or I'm sorry, not Sesame, Clever Gal Crafts. I do want to use these little hearts to note my work days. I got the idea from the Planner Sophisticate because I just really like being able to look at any given spread and to be able to tell exactly what the sticker was. So I figured if I always use these consistently for work, that it would tend to kind of jump out a little bit. I just really like consistency in all my spreads. All right, and then on Tuesday, I want to reorganize my closet. So I have these stickers from Planet Southern that I'm dying to use. And I just need to decide which one I want to use. Ooh, this one would be like perfect for this spread. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. It's actually been way too long since I've reorganized my closet. I actually still have some of my clothes packed up. I think we'll just put it down here. Sure. Like I said, I actually still have some of my clothes packed up from the last time I went home, which was about a month ago actually. So that's a little bit embarrassing, but I've just had absolutely no time to unpack. And the other thing I want to do on Tuesday is give my chinchilla a dust bath. And as always, I have these little chinchilla stickers, which I think are just so freaking cute. Love them so much. Let's see. Wednesday, I have another video going up, and that'll be this plan with me that will go up on Wednesday. So all I did was I switched my personal planner insert video with this one since I got the inserts done, but yeah, I just need to put this one up. And as usual, I will be using just these little red YouTube buttons. Like I said, I like consistency. I know these buttons kind of clash a little bit, but I don't know, like I like to use the same stickers to mark the same thing if I have a routine. And I feel like my throat is getting really hoarse. I've been talking all day, so I'm really tired right now. Okay, and I think that's it for Wednesday. I don't have anything else that comes to mind, so I'm going to again leave that open. That way if something comes up, I can always add it in, and if not, I can throw in some deco. Thursday, all I have is work actually, so again, I will just leave that open. So on Friday, I do want to note down the Shop Jessica Hearts releases because she pushed her garden party kit back to Friday. So let's see. Well, first I'll put down my video because that's going up on Friday as well. It's going to be a comparison between the Happy Planner and the Erin Condren. So I'm kind of excited about that. And, ooh, I did want to do my nails on Friday too. I think for nails I'll do another of the flags. Yeah, I think that should give me plenty of room. And I'll just go ahead and use this little blue one here. And then for the Shop Jessica Hearts release, I'm debating if I want to use, I don't really want to use another of these label stickers right underneath that. So I'm actually just going to use a little, not sure where that left off, but I just put down that little heart icon or heart little things for the Shop Jessica Hearts release. And let's see, so the weekend, I'm going to go ahead and put down the weekend banner first, and hopefully this covers up, shoot, I really hope this covers up all of that green from the header, and it should, perfect. Okay, hang on, I need to go back and add in some of these icons before I forget what I meant to do. So for Friday, this flag was for nails. And actually, where am I? I have one more little YouTube sticker that I need to put down here. It does, it's starting to bother me a little bit that this is such a bright red with such a soft pastel kit, but oh well, whatever, I'll just leave it. And then I did want to put down a little nail polish sticker because I want to do my nails on Friday. I think I'm leaning towards this little peachy color, which is almost like the color I have on my nails currently. Or do I want to use the pink again? No, I'm actually gonna use maybe this darker. No, I'm gonna use this lighter one. All right, that works. And actually I'm probably going to do a face mask on Friday as well. So where did I leave those? Okay. There you go. It'll be kind of like a little spa night. And then for Saturday, I do want to film and edit on Saturday. So I think I'm going to use another half box for that because that will take up quite some time. And I'm going to bring in a little more of that gold because I feel like I didn't really use too much gold in the middle of the days here. So I'm going to use this gold foil one. And I'm trying to decide if I want to leave some room on Saturday or not. I kind of want to go shopping. Yeah, I definitely want to go shopping on Saturday because I actually wound up getting really lazy and not going last week. So I'll put this here. Oh shoot, and I also need to call my mom. So let me pull out these Clever Gal Craft stickers. Not Clever Gal Craft. Why do I think everything is Clever Gal Crafts right now? These are from Crest Press. Because I need to go to Ulta, and actually Ulta is about half an hour away from me, and I kind of want to go to the outlets too. But we'll see if I make it there. It'll depend on if there's a good sale at the outlets. So let me pull out some of my other stickers. And first of all, I'm gonna put something down for filming, which I'm kind of out of these little cameras, which is kind of a bummer. So I was supposed to have a Libyan co-order delivered last Saturday, but unfortunately it was marked delivered and yet I didn't actually get it. So there is a possibility that USPS has lost my package, which I would be really, really sad about. Let's see, so these I just made myself. Hopefully, oh shoot. Hopefully I've been doing a pretty good job telling you where some of these stickers are. This is from Planet Southern, again, like the laundry sticker. That is another one I made myself. Same with these little YouTubes, Crest Press, Clever Gal Crafts. Yeah, I always forget to do that. This is from Sweet Kawaii Design. And I'm just gonna use this to mark editing. So we'll put that down here. And then I'm just gonna pull in one of these shopping bags. Actually, I do have smaller ones, but they might be a little bit too small. Like, is this just an obnoxious? Yeah, that's kind of an obnoxious size for shopping. Not really. Actually, I kind of wish, I'm gonna pull this up and see if I can flip it around so I can put some of these icons on the other side. Actually, these glossy stickers aren't quite as bad as what I've been hearing. So this is my first time using glossy stickers, and I always heard that they were just really hard to remove, but they're actually not too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna use one of these bigger ones since, like I said, it'll be at least half an hour away. So I will have to drive quite a bit. So that is Saturday. And then on Sunday, I try to upload all my videos for the week on Sunday. So I think I want to use these stickers from Fox and Pip. All right, so actually on Sunday, I am going to clean my chinchilla's cage. And even though, so I only mark one day a week that I actually clean his cage, but that's just because that's when I do kind of my deep clean where I pull everything out of his cage and I change out the fleece because I do have fleece lining the bottom of his cage. And yeah, so I mark that, but obviously I do have to kind of sweep up and clean throughout the week because otherwise it just gets way too dirty. So then I'm going to use this last little label here for going to Starbucks to upload. And I'm actually going to do this again where I flip it. And then I'm going to stick in one of these coffee stickers. And again, this is from the Fox and Pip. Actually, I might do, so I generally like iced coffee a lot better, but just because it looks a little bit better on the sticker, I'm gonna put in this like little hot coffee there. All right, I'm gonna try to hurry this up because my camera is yelling at me that it is time to wrap it up and the battery is dying. I think that is everything. Wednesday and Thursday are kind of bare right now, but I'm sure things will pop up because they generally always do. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and work on the sidebar. Oh, and one last thing I'm gonna do is I am gonna put down this little balloon just because Monday, or today, was a really happy day. So I'll put that down. Anyway, now I am going to try to rush through the rest of this video as much as I can and go ahead and work on the sidebar. So first thing I want to do is put down, let's see what I want to do. I think I want to put down this weekly sticker first, and that'll be for my cleaning. So I'll do a this week for that. All right, so I'm gonna use this washi here and just layer it underneath the headers. All right, and now I get why people say that glossy stickers are hard to work with, because when you peel them up, they get really, really curly. All right, so that is the finished spread. I'm sorry the end of this was so rushed, but I'll show you what I've used up. I've used up all of the checklists, I've used up all of the full boxes. I still have quite a bit of the functional sheet left, but like I said, I think these bits will be really easy to pull into other spreads. I do have quite a lot of washi left, and again, I just think that these are very versatile colors and designs, and I have a couple half boxes left as well. And I do still have this habit tracker, a time to plan, and a movie marquee. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.